As far as the in-game injuries, we had two. Roby is currently in the protocol for concussion, and Deshaun Hamilton looks pretty good this morning, so we're lucky there. So we'll see about Roby as the week progresses. Obviously, his health is the most important thing, so we'll see how the week goes. Questions?
Coach, on the two-point conversion, whether to ask for a review or not, who exactly are you talking to upstairs that lets you know whether to throw the red flag, and what replay are they looking at? Because just sitting home on TV, it seems so obvious.
Well, I'm talking to our staff in the press box. Obviously I can't see the replays, but those guys give me the evidence to challenge. So if it's not clear, they tell me, Coach, it's not clear. We can't tell. So obviously, the rules are if it's a scoring play, right? It goes to the league if it's a positive play. So, I would prefer if the officials are not sure if it's a positive or negative play, just call it on the positive side because it's a built-in fix for him. Okay, so once he calls it a score, it's reviewed. Okay, it's reviewed. So if it's not a score, okay, I have to obviously challenge it. So if my views are not clear enough to challenge it, I can't because it's 12 minutes in that game. If I lose that challenge, it costs me something. So in my opinion, it was more important to keep our time out there without having clear evidence. Now, if it was clear, absolutely we challenged that, but it wasn't clear to our guys upstairs.
Are they looking at TV broadcast or are there other?
I'm not sure what they're seeing upstairs. Okay, if it's different from the TV at home or what we're seeing in our box, I'm not sure what they're seeing, but it wasn't clear to those guys that it was a scoring play. So it was gray. So that being said, on the field it was called as a play that didn't score. So if my guys tell me it's gray, how could they overturn it? So that's my thought process.
It's hard to understand why a two-point conversion is not automatically considered a scoring play.
Yeah, that's not my deal. So I couldn't risk the timeout without clear evidence from our guys upstairs if it was a score or not. Okay, Case was told by the official, you guys should challenge this because it's fairly close. I would prefer those guys to call it a score. So if it's looked at, right, we can get it right without risking something from me, right? Because he has no risk. He has no risk. It's built in to get it right. So if it's close, they should call it a score so we can look at it. Without anybody losing anything, we just simply get it right. But for me to get it right, it's consequences. That makes sense?
Yeah, absolutely. It was hard just to understand, just being a TV viewer, because everybody on TV would be saying the same thing, and you may have looked back at it.
And I watched it this morning on a coach's copy, and I'm telling you, it can go either way, in my opinion. It wasn't clear. If it was, he probably would have called it a score. So we consider today and go back and forth about what they saw, but he did not call it a score. So I wasn't going to risk a timeout with 12 minutes to go. In the games we've been playing in, I couldn't risk that. So we didn't do it.
Coach, what was the thought process to go for it on 4th and 1 instead of kick a field goal?
Trying to win a game. We had, I think, 3 downs to get 3 yards. Trying to win a game. As simply as that. And I'll do it again. I told our guys that 4th and 1, we're going to go for it.
Doesn't it also send a message, too, that you're trying to convey at this point in the season, like we're going to be aggressive?
Yeah, it could be week 1, Troy. We got them backed up. Okay, it's early in the game. We just picked off a ball. I want to get points there. We got 3 downs to get 3 yards. Let's go, trying to win.
What do you think of Phillips' vision on the touchdown, the second one where he came out of Wildcat?
I thought it was great. He had great feel in that play. That play's tough on defenses because you can't account for the runner who's actually the quarterback at that point. So it's a tough play to defend, and he found an open space.
Watching the guys on the sideline celebrating that win, can a win like that really change the psyche of the team?
I think it changes guys. It changes the week, obviously. When you win in this league, man, you have great weeks. When you lose, you have horrible weeks. So I think the work that we've put in and the games that we've played, it's been close. It's been field goal games, So to win one, obviously, assure guys that the hard work is not being rewarded. So it's good for our football team to win one.
He's had a lot of good no-huddle sequences at the end of games this year. Why do you think he's so effective in that situation?
I think he likes it. He likes the challenge, of bringing our team back. I think the looks are cleaner, from a defensive perspective. But he's always been that way from college to, his NFL career. I mean, he's been a gamer. He's played his best football in the critical moments. So, our team expects that from Case, and he's been good at it.
Is there a lot of discussion, maybe sprinkle that in throughout the game?
It's different. It's so different for defenses when you're playing just normal football, right? You get more looks. So when you're in a 2-minute offense and you're going fast, the looks become a little clearer because, obviously you're going fast and they're in a 2-minute mode. So you get more four-man rush, more, single high, more shell. I mean, it's really clean looks. So that's why you see offenses drive the ball quicker, usually in 2 minutes, because defensively it's really a simpler, a cleaner look for the offense.
Why did you have River return the punt instead of Pac-Man on that last punt play?
River? He's really sure-handed. As simple as that. I mean, he was a sure-handed guy, and with our great team, when it's backed up like that, we put River in or whoever else is our most sure-handed returner, and he's
Pac-Man in that particular situation.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it was the best call for our team. He's really sure-handed.
The line didn't give up a sack, but I also didn't have any holding penalties or false starts. So what was the difference there, especially with all the injuries?
I'll tell you what. After watching the game, I thought Bosey played one of his best games from a technique perspective. To block those two rushers with no penalties is quite an accomplishment for him. But entire line, no sacks all day with those rushers was impressive. And they have 3 new starters inside. But our 2 guards are, guys who play tackle. So for those guys to go inside and play guard and block those interior guys, it's really an easier job to block the interior guys versus blocking those speed tackles. So I think they're very comfortable playing guard, especially in pass pro.
I know you took like a us against the world mentality into that game. Everyone, talked about us being backups, out of position, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we have great pride, throughout our whole team. And obviously playing a team like that that's won so many games straight, and it's a divisional opponent, and no one picked us to win that game. So I think the entire team felt that way, not just O-line.
You think Todd and Josie played?
But they played well. Our issues on defense was not on first, second down, stopping a run, or even in the pass game. It's really third downs, and that team came in averaging 7.6 yards a clip on first downs, and we kind of squashed that. Hitting the run game and hitting the pass game also. Their average third downs were 3rd and 8+, and all of their big plays came through their third downs, which is rare for our football teams. They came in ranked 25th in third downs, and we were top 10. So that was embarrassing how we played third downs. Honestly, it was embarrassing.
And as tough of a test as Josie's going to have in this league.
You mean one-on-one? Yeah. Absolutely. He's a special back, so to get him down in space one-on-one is a tough task for any backer in this league. So he had a couple of times where he was matched up on 28 and 30 in space and lost some of those battles, but that's tough on any backer.
What were the breakdowns on third down?
I think some execution, some calls. It's all of us. So we got to fix that, because you can't be that bad on third downs versus a team like that when you force this team to be in third and longs like that, and to give up 9 for 15, that's not good enough for us.
It didn't seem like he was struggling for much of the game and then flipped the switch. What happened where he was able to flip the switch?
I don't think he was struggling, Mike. I wouldn't say he was struggling. I would say, we had some good plays called. We missed some good plays. We had some drops. We had some high throws. The run game was consistent. But again, once the third downs gets past 4 or 5, you got to throw the football. We didn't convert third downs on either side of the ball, so the time of possession was really flipped. So I didn't think he played bad early. His opportunities were limited, and he made plays when we had to make plays.
It was going to be a kind of a tall task to replace Matt. How do you think Connor did?
He did a fine job. Again, they're 2 different players. Matt's a very, very, very smart guy. He's a bigger guy. He's a stouter guy. And Connor's kind of an athlete playing center, so we can do certain things with Connor we couldn't do with Matt. So I think it's a give and take there. But he did a fine job blocking this guy in pass pro. He can pull for us, which is different from what Matt can do for us. So he did a good job. We have to coach differently with him being the center. but I think it's going to work for us.
With the sack and interception yesterday, big plays throughout the year. Being around him for a year and a half, what did you come to respect about the way he goes about his work?
He likes to play. Von's a great leader, guys, and that's probably not seen a lot from Von. Outside of our locker room, he's a great leader. His teammates love him. He loves to play on game day. And I mean, he's a guy that every week that's being doubled and being chipped, and he continues to grind and make plays for us. And he's made some big ones for us this year, and he'll make more.
Big punts depend upon the skill set of the punter versus something you see scheme-wise?
I think it's both. The punter, if you can't throw the football, you can't run too many fakes. And obviously the look you get, during the game, but you got to have some fail-safes in there also. If it's a certain look, you get out of it and you just punt the ball. But Kobe did a great job just throwing the ball all week, so I felt confident in his ability to hit the little flat pass to Jano. But great design by Coach, and obviously Kobe and Jano did a good job finishing it.
Will Max go to IR this week, and is the plan to bring in somebody from the outside?
Yeah, he's going to IR. We're going to bring in 5 guys tomorrow and have a workout and see who's the best fit for our football team.
What do you think when Rivers threw the ball into the ground?
What I think? I was happy.
Yeah.
I was really happy and excited. We gave him that look before, and he kept checking to quick screens. So we bluffed the look and gave him a pressure look and bailed out and played some zone. And he spiked the ball. So it was a good call by Joe, and the players executed it, and it worked out for us. But I was excited to see him spike the ball. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your day. All right.